Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Are you excited? You should be excited for lots of reasons. Too many to mention, but I will mention them all, because why not? So get ready. We've got a very short show. It's not going to be that long because we've got a big event tonight. You know all about that. But we also need to be prepared for what's coming up soon as well. Japan, carry trade. I made the prediction this morning. It would be a green day. I gave you warnings. I came back and did a news flash and said we are concerned what Trump was saying about China and the carry trade and other issues. But I said it would be a green day. I said that. It's kind of just a green day. So what the hell? But at the end of the day, we didn't sell. We didn't buy. But we're happy to be here, right? Happy to be alive. Let's have a great day. Let's see how it all pans out. Getting ready for our big Zebic event tonight. What are we covering on this live show? And I have a special guest with me as well. Oh yes, you're going to love it. We're talking about this. Japan, the carry trade. Tariff credibility, of course, with Trump now. Tariffs on, tariffs off. Tariffs illegal, tariffs not illegal. Let's appeal them. Let's don't appeal them. No one has a clue what's going on. You're not the only one who's confused. Mag 7 quality. Money rushed into the Mag 7. Comes out of the rubbish. The S&P rallied, like I said, and then sold off overnight. Trust the market. The market has got measure of all this now. The market knows exactly how to price itself. The Fed. What are the Fed about to do? And are you in? Remember, you only need to be in a few times in a lifetime to change everything. So, are you ready for a great day? Are we going to be up by the end of the day? The markets went down today after a good Fed report, and I said it was a green day. It was a good day. Mr. Santoli made it onto the Oval Office today from CNBC. Did you all see that? Playing a section from CNBC about how much the deficit had been reduced today. So we know that inflation is down. We know the price of eggs. Donald Trump won't let us forget. But are we going to get a crash on the carry trade? Well, nothing is guaranteed, but it is highly probable. Blood on the streets, crashes, everybody getting excited. But let's just calm down and remind ourselves. Trade wars are still at play. Is the Fed about to turn on the money printer? We're about to find out. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the show. Live on today's show, I've got Sensei Crypto here with me. Here he is, the man himself. How are you, Sensei? Good to see you. Sensei is with us today. Good stuff. There's the man, ready to go to give you all the information that you need. And once again, provided me with a great set of information. The show notes, which you can get, which many of you now are reading as we speak. If you've got the show notes for today's show, let me know in the chat that you have the show notes. What does that mean? That means you are royalty on our show because you have it before I do. You have the show before I've even seen it. That's right. So I literally get it like an auto cue on the news. It just rolls up and I see it for the very first time. If you are reading the show notes ahead of me, put in the chat right now, yes, I have the show notes, or just write show notes. Are you ready? Shall we get into it? We've only got 15 minutes before the bell goes. The markets went down today on a great inflation report. Not because the inflation report was that good. It was okay, and it was a step in the right direction, another good step. However, trade deficit was smashed, and it made its way today into the Oval Office. Donald Trump played it live from his desk right at the top of the show. Did you miss that? Did you see it? Most of you actually did miss it, and many of you came in and said, I didn't get notifications. I completely missed it. Should I remind you of the event that you missed? Just a little taster. Look at this. This is a very significant moment that happened today live from the Oval Office. Here it comes. This is it, and this is how it happened live. Let me share with you. Look at this. Here we go.
conventional wisdom.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor live from Donald Trump. Here we go.
We see some of the other numbers like current account, see how they fared, because I don't know, I've been watching these numbers a long time. I don't think I've ever seen the trade deficit cut in half in 1 month.
Not bad. Right? Not bad.
Come on, guys.
That was live from CNBC. I mean, that guy is going to get an invitation for sure to join in to meet the president. No doubt about it. I mean, that was quite an historic moment, playing something from the business news about the deficit being smashed in half. That happened this morning. Pretty good, right? But markets are still wobbling. They don't know what to do, but they are pricing this in. If you're getting frustrated, I know many of you are, with your favorite assets just going sideways, you have to have patience. I mean, look at crypto today. Look at this. Only one standout, only one real standout. It's LPT. And if you're wondering what that is, I've got Sensei looking into it. It's a very small cap. Maybe we'll cover this next, like we did with XRP and then Zebic. Is this one we should be paying close attention to? Why has that popped up today when everything else is red and the markets are red? Right, let's get straight into our report today. Tariff credibility, Bitcoin, the Mag 7, trust the market, Fed, and are you in? So we're going to go straight over now to our report. This has just come in, Sensei's Insights. Now, does anybody have? Yes, I read them. Leno Rivas, he's already got them before me. I've not even seen them yet, Leno. Anybody else say they've got the show notes? Oh, yes, Namisha. Namisha has the show notes for the show. These people should all get a crown next to our name when they say this, because it means, yes, have them. Brian has the show notes. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Everybody has the notes in front of them. Now, what am I talking about? We're talking about our brand new service here, Sensei's Insights, the great carry trade unwind, a storm that has been decades in the making. Very nice language there, Sensei. Very well explained. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about and what this is, here it is. Here is your chance to get this. First of all, the newsletter, which goes out every day, gives you all the information that you need. There it is in the chat. Click on that link. You can do it right now. When you click on the link, you will come to this page. You have a 7-day free trial. That's right. This isn't free. This does cost money. We've got to keep Sensei, you know, Sensei needs to make a living just like everybody else, of course. And he works for me now full time on this show with his shows and his reporting. This is the annual plan. This is by far the best, most efficient way of getting it, because this one gives you the 7-day free trial. A 7-day free trial. Get it? Try it. If you like it, it works out $10 a month if you do it over the year. I strongly recommend you get this. It will accompany every show, every day, 7-day free trial. What have you got to lose? Nothing. You might as well get it. The other thing that you might like, and we loved with this morning, we had a great live phone in. I had Sasha on the phone calling in from Switzerland for nearly an hour. He asked me a simple question and it went on for an hour. It wasn't him going on for an hour. It was me supporting him for an hour. He was very respectful of my time and said, I've only got one question and I wanted them all from him. So I was able to help and it was great. We don't want you just knowing what's going on. We want you then to be able to use the news that you've got, be able to read the chart and apply it for your own success. So the next part of it is get the Discord training course. Here it comes in the chat. We have a premium Discord server, which we've had now for a while, which is $2.99. I've made it as cheap as possible so everybody can afford it because I make money trading. As always, I said it'd be a green day, and there it is. I make money on this, so I'm trying to make all the things that we offer to you either free or as cost-effective as possible. So we provided you a free training course, and we mean completely free. Discord is $2.99, and you get many, many perks and benefits. We could charge $50 a month just for that. but it's $2.99. And then in addition to that, we're now giving you the training course included for free. You're not paying for it. We're giving it you for free. There is a Discord training course. Now, when you click on that link, this is what you will see. Still, many of you are getting it wrong, and I have to let you go back out of Discord. It's called kicking. I don't mean that disrespectfully. That's the word Discord uses. I've just kicked another 100 out this morning. Not awful. Let me explain why. When you come into Discord, it says we've got 188 subscribers. That was 5 minutes ago. Let me refresh it. 188 is now 188. Yeah, 5 minutes ago. Read this. Nearly all of you are not reading this. Watch this.
Brian D'Alessandro donated £1.99 through a super chat. Let's all smash the like button.
That's right. Thank you, Brian. Let's all smash the like button. Got a big night tonight. You might want to promote Zebek. Thank you for that. Right, so read this. Most of you don't read it. I can't help you if you don't read it. Scroll down here, join the server. Most people join the server here for free, and that's okay. All you'll see, though, is the free welcome page. And then some people just forget and don't do anything. So I have to kick you out. And I kick out every 24 hours, give you the chance to read it. After that, kick you out. Because we don't want thousands of people just sitting there because it just clogged up the system. Scroll down here and you purchase it for $2.99. Now you get the Discord Premium, and now I can give you for free the training course. And when you go to the training course, you'll go over here. There are many, many channels. Look at the art. Someone just joined again. What's the odds? What's the odds they've come in with no membership? Let's have a look. Few new member. There's another one. Danny Strades. Every day somebody joins. I get loads and loads and loads of people keep joining all the time without a role. So anyway, when you go down here, it says training videos, part 1. There it is. There it is. There's the training videos. And not only do you get the training videos, but you get me and Sensei live in the chat, supporting you all the way through it. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Look, there's Sensei, there's me, trying to help you, answering all the questions, and so on and so forth. If you click on the on Series 1, Part 1, right at the top, because you'll see all the comments, you think, where's the video? I've got to scroll through all this. No, all you do is go over here to the pin. Right at the top, there's a pin. Can you see it? Let me just get scrolling. There's a pin. See that right there, top corner? Pin. Click pin messages, and there is the video. Click on the video, and boom, there is your video. I'll play it for you now so you can see. With Sensei Crypto and Sensei's Insights. This course will cover technical analysis so you can become a more informed investor, helping you find all the technical analysis, support lines, trend lines, buy zones, sell zones. You get the idea. And then we go on to Sensei in the video. There he is, look, doing his thing.
The power behind the...
And this is part 1. There'll be one every single week forever. So you'll be always updated, always kept on board, and you can then join the community and take part of it. So I've given you the link in the chat. Now, this is first come, first serve, because at some point I will say we've got too many people, because when Sensei can't answer all the questions, I can't answer all the questions, I'll go, that's it. We're turning it off. For everybody that's already in, you'll have it for life. Everybody else will go, I can't do anymore unless I get staff to help me. But right now, there's no plan for that. So there we go. It's just me and Sensei and, of course, Vaz now on the team. So that's all about those things there. So let's get straight to the report. This morning, I told you it was a good report, but we did have some uncertainty with China, and we got the carry trade looming. So I put out a flash warning, a warning this afternoon. The markets went down, a lot of spooking going on. However, I said it would be a green day, and it kind of is. It keeps sitting there. But that doesn't mean to say you don't need to know what's going on. You do need to know what's going on. And this is very, very important. Hopefully by now, many of you have watched that full carry trade video. But here is our update in our latest newsletter. Now, I'm not going to be able to cover all of this in today's show. Not a chance. It's lots of information, but you can go through all of this after the show over the weekend, read it through, and then if you are on the 7-day trial, you can just keep it, of course, or cancel it. That's entirely up to you. I would expect you to keep it so you have this. All right? Wonderful. So let's go straight into it. And we've got 5 minutes to go before the bell goes. I've got Sensei waiting on the line to call in as well. And on top of that, we got our big Zebek event tonight. I'll come on to that in a minute. Not with that one there. This one here. That's straight after the show tonight. It's going to be a huge event. I've already got 20 people waiting in it, and it doesn't start for another hour. Look at that. Brilliant. So anyway, that's going to be great. Let me get straight into it then. We've got lots to do, and I've got to get Sensei on the show as well, so let's get straight into it. Sensei Insights, the great carry trade unwind, a storm that's been decades in the making. Japan's carry trade unwinds, a hidden risk for the United States markets. Rising yen yields threaten global liquidity and US asset prices. Japan's decades-long role as the world's low-interest rate lender is unraveling. This is a real deal, and US markets could be the next to feel the tremors. More like bloody earthquakes if this goes the way I think it will. For years, global investors tapped into ultra-cheap yen to fund high-yielding bets across the globe. From the US Treasury to tech stocks and emerging markets, this strategy, known as the yen carry trade, was quietly one of the most powerful forces in global finance. But now, the engine is stalling. With the Bank of Japan hiking rates for the first time in 17 years and a 30-year JGB yields spiking to multi-decade highs, the carry trade is rapidly unwinding. Japanese investors, some of the largest holders of US debt, are starting to repatriate capital. The consequences are already visible. US Treasury yields are drifting higher, and pressure is building under equity markets still trying to digest trade tensions and fiscal fragility. Analysts warn the reversal of the 1 to 4 trillion trade could trigger a wave of asset sales, especially in the US. Tech and momentum stocks, the S&P will suffer, the Nasdaq will suffer. Individual tech stocks, the ones that people will be buying from overseas, like Google, like Amazon, like Apple. Especially the US tech and momentum stocks, which have been popular destinations for yen-funded liquidity. Absolutely right. When you get this report, this is the show link to what you're watching right now, so you can read it, come back to me going through this with you. Then there are all our links, of course. You can follow Sensei on X, myself on X, Vaz, the whole team. You can get the Discord and all the rest of it. You see it just there. All right, brilliant. There's our merchandise shop if you want to get yourself some official merchandise. All right. Carry trade one-on-one. Borrow low, invest high. Exactly. This is the problem. Let me just show you this. I said it would be a green day today. Many of you are quite skeptical when we crashed down on that report. I got lots of people saying, oh, you said it would be red, green, and there you go. Well, it is green. We've got 2 minutes to go. Will I be right? On the bell. We shall see. I've got Wall Street ready to go. We'll be covering all of this as we go into the fears of the carry trade. We are ahead of schedule, by the way, for this. Anyway, back to here. A carry trade is a simple but powerful strategy. Borrow money in a currency with rock bottom interest rates and invest it in assets dominated in a higher yielding currency. For decades, Japan yen has been the premier funding currency for this trade, with near zero rates at home. Investors could borrow yen cheaply and convert it to US dollars, Australian dollars, emerging markets, currencies, etc. Then invest in those markets, bonds or stocks for a higher interest rate carry. In good times, the yield gap delivered steady profits for 5 to 6% a year on a dollar-yen carry trade, often with leverage to amplify returns. That's the problem. If you're borrowing money on margin, I know I use margin all the time. What happens if the rates go up? Remember, that could happen to me any day. Robinhood could turn around and go, we're increasing the margin by 300%. I mean, I'd be margin called in about 3 seconds, wouldn't I? They're not going to do that, of course, but that's possible. The strategy has a long history since 1990s. We've got 1.5 minutes to go for the bell. I will be there. Japan ultra-low rate, a response to its post-1989 crash, made the yen a global ATM for yield-hungry investors. That's a really important phrase. ATM, it was basically the cash machine for people to get free money to basically... Imagine if Robinhood made margin 0% or negative. I could buy as much of the S&P I want. Can you imagine it? I could just buy as much as I want. In fact, when they did this, there was an unlimited margin as well. When there was a glitch in the system, a lot of people took advantage of that and they soon shut it down. But can you imagine that happening? From the US Treasuries to emerging market debt, especially exporting Japanese liquidity globally, periodically, however, the tide has turned. When conditions shift, example, Japan's rise of the yen suddenly strengthens, then trades can unwind violently, forcing investors to dump assets and repay yen loans. Past unwinds in 1998 and 2008 triggered abrupt yen spikes and a global market sell-offs, exposing how borrowing low, investing high can unravel when the low rate anchor, the yen, moves. As the analyst noted, the yen typically weakens during the carry trade build-ups and then surges when positions reverse, a pattern sees in multiple episodes. We got 15 seconds to go. Will I be right or wrong? We're about to ring the bell. Is it a red or green day? Bloody hell, it's going to spoil the party. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... I was wrong. It was a red day. Damn it. I thought I was going to get that right. Never mind. It is, in fact, a red day, and it is what it is. But I was bloody close there. About 10 seconds to go, it was green. Never mind. It is a red day. Now, there are some concerns with the carry trade. So let me go on. We've got our big event coming up in a minute, and then I'm going to talk to Sensei. I want to get through some more of this. I'm not going to be able to read all of this because I want you to read it over the weekend yourself. So I'm going to read the next section. And let me do this, and then I'll bring Sensei into this. Japan's low rates, a global enabler until now. Why has Japan enabled this dynamic for so long? Simply put, the Bank of Japan pegged interest rates near zero or even negative for decades to spur growth and end deflation. This is, oh my God, can you believe it? Look, 30 seconds later, it's a green day. Oh, well, sod it. I have to say, on the bell, it was red, even so. There you go. Never mind. It is what it is. Japanese banks, pensions, and mom and pop investors all join the hunt for yield abroad. The infamous Mrs. Watanabe buying foreign bonds. The yen carry trade became a pillar of global liquidity, with estimates of yen-funded positions reaching into the $1 trillion. As long as the BOJ stayed dovish and the yen stayed weak, the trade was on a one-way bet. Now, this is something I've always said. We now live in a global community, and never has this ever been so clear as this. We are a global community. We rely on each other. Donald Trump wants everyone to be all American, everything pro-America. However, understand that America doesn't make the things like it used to. It is a country that buys from other people. So we need Japan, we need China, we need Taiwan making stuff. I should say China more than Japan. Japan doesn't produce very much, but China makes stuff and we buy it. Japan plays its role in the way it invests with our debt. It buys our debt. It's just like, I know it sounds a silly thing to say, but a drug dealer doesn't have a business without drug addicts. You kind of need each other. Okay, it's silly an example, but you get the point. We all need each other. You can't just be your own man, your own thing. There's a phrase often used, no man is an island, and that's exactly it. I am nobody. Sensei is nobody without an audience. If you all didn't watch and unsubscribe, and then we have nothing, right? We are all relying on each other. Sensei, in times like this of high uncertainty with inflation and everything that's going on with the markets, tariffs, where's a safe place to put your money? A lot of people are going, I should be in Bitcoin right now. They're moving out of certain assets and thinking Bitcoin is the safe haven. It's the place to put, or gold. I know you like gold particularly. They look at Bitcoin certainly as a hedge against inflation. However, is it a hedge of inflation? What is your thoughts? And is gold a safe place for this? And before you answer that, just remind us, it's mid-June. Is it June the 17th when the Bank of Japan make the announcement about the rates it's the next time they're having a meeting. Is it June the 17th, and whether they're going to sell
June
bonds?
the 17th.
Yeah. June the 17th. That's the day they're going to make this announcement. So between then and now and then, it's a kind of free for all. We can kind of go up and down and do what we want. You got a free pass, but that day is coming. And if on that day they say rates are going up and we're selling bonds, voomp, the stock market is down 20%. It can happen overnight. So anyway, that being said, we need to be aware of that because that's only a couple of weeks away. We don't want to be blindly buying on margin up and up and up and up, and then we can't get out, and then we find ourselves losing all our money. So, Sensei, what are you doing now to hedge or protect yourself from this? What's your strategy? Gold? Do you like Bitcoin? Give me your thoughts on this.
So this is a crucial thing everyone who's investing needs to get their head around, hence why we've done this big research into the carry trade. This isn't us coming on and saying this is 100% happening or going to happen. This is us saying we need to protect ourselves and get ready for this.
Sensei, can I just interrupt? Sorry, are you coming through your microphone? Sounds like you're coming through your headset. If you just change your microphone, I think it's.
I should be.
I think it was. Is it?
Does it sound louder when I'm talking here?
No.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I don't know why I would be coming through my head. Sorry about that. Maybe I just.
Yeah, it sounds like you're coming through your headphones. If you click microphone, just see if it's on your headphones on Ecamm Live. If it's which source it is. It sounds like you're coming through your headphones.
Yeah, I don't know why I'd be saying that. Let me. I don't know if this. No, I've lost you.
No.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is that any better? Is that better?
It sounds a bit different.
I apologise to the session.
No, don't apologise. We can hear you okay. It's just not as clear as it normally is, but I think you're coming through your headphones. Anyway, sorry, carry on. We can hear you enough.
Okay, I apologise. I'll make sure that's sorted next time. Yeah, it's very important to get ahead of it. Hence, we did this research because everyone who's invested needs to know how significant Japan is, and it's not, as you've said a few times, it's not just this tiny country which has no effect on the markets. It affects trillions. So yes, we need to be prepared for this. We need to, even if we don't think it's 100% going to happen, if we knew it's 100% going to happen, we'll be out the markets and we'll be waiting for the dip. Even if there's a 10, 15, 20% chance, we need to get prepared. And is Bitcoin going to be the one that's going to be the safe haven, as the question you asked? I don't think so, and I think history's shown it. I think a lot of people would love to say Bitcoin is the best thing out there and you can put your money in it and it's going to be safe no matter what. The past history has shown us Bitcoin hasn't been this digital gold. For now, maybe in the long term it is, but every time the markets sell off, there is such a high beta, and that means the correlation between these things and the stock market and Bitcoin, that Bitcoin will sell off, and not only will it sell off, it will sell off harder than the stock market. So to stop, to hedge against anything that goes on in the stock market and the correction on the carry trade, which could be massive, 20%, 15%, 20%, 30% moves down. Bitcoin isn't the solution. Bitcoin's not going to make sure that your money's safe. We explore that in the newsletter as well in greater detail, but Bitcoin isn't going to be the one that keeps you safe. However, just like the COVID correction, Bitcoin came down even more, but on the way back up, Bitcoin outperformed. Bitcoin came up faster, and that's when you can look ahead and say, when these corrections happen and Bitcoin comes down faster than the stock market, it will go back up faster than the stock market. So that's when I would say that's an interesting time to get into Bitcoin, because that is when it will recover fast, and that's when you can have the edge with Bitcoin. What would I be doing to hedge my bets? Well, I would be diversified, especially in something like gold, because gold has had the highest track history of performing well when the markets go down and there's times of uncertainty. So gold would be perhaps a hedge, but the best hedge of all is just being prepared for these situations. And the reason we're bringing this to you this week is because this is getting close, and the decision is on the 17th. We want to get ahead of it. We want to give you all of this research beforehand, and when you read the research, you understand that what the significance of this carry trade is and different ways you can get ready for this. Another precaution I've taken in place for this potential situation is I came live yesterday, as I promised to everyone. If anything significant is going on, I'll come live. Bitcoin as well. The charts normally show you what's coming ahead, and what they were suggesting to me was a situation where a top could be being put in place. There was a breakdown in structure on Bitcoin. There was a breakdown in structure in XRP. So did I close my long-term positions? No, I didn't close my long-term positions because I want to hold them for the bull market this year or the bull market in 2030. Instead, I closed down my margin positions. The ones I opened at XRP around $1.70, the ones I've opened when the last correction happened when we were buying the markets on that big dip. I closed those positions because they were on margin. I was in profit, and I'm hedging my bets by just holding my long-term bag, which won't get affected with a 20, 30, or 40% correction that can come with the significance of what's going on in the Japanese markets.
Thank you very much for your thoughts. I'm just been going through your newsletter. There's so much information in here. It's absolutely fantastic. We haven't got the time to cover all this because we got the big Zebek party in just 50 minutes as well on the event channel. I hope you can all join us for that. It's going to be a big one, I think. But there's lots of stuff on here. Look, there's charts, there's technicals, and all the rest of it. You're going to have a nice opportunity over the weekend to go through all of this. So I'm going to give everybody, once again, here is the newsletter. If you get the newsletter, then you can get this and read this over the weekend for free. It's part of the free trial. So if you click on, there's the link. If you click on that, it'll take you to this page here. Strongly recommend you choose the annual. Then you can have a 7-day free trial. That way, if you don't like it, you can cancel it. But I think you're going to like it because you're going to get this level of detail every single day. We've got all the charts here, the technicals. You can go through all the information about the whole thing. It's all laid out here for you. And right at the top as well, when you're watching it, you want to go, well, what was Martyn saying? What was Sensei saying? It gives you the link of the event as well. So you can listen to it while you're reading it. You've got all of this in place right in front of you, and strongly recommend you do get that. Now, I've warned of this for a while that this is a potential. If you're a long-term investor, it doesn't affect you too much. For me now, I've been doing this 4 years. Even though I've lost a lot of money at the beginning, I'm still trying to make those losses up for when I first started making mistakes before I rebalanced. But overall now, I'm starting to get all. In fact, I've got nearly all that back now. If you're 20, 30, 40% up, which if you've been investing for several years, you should be. And if you are, you can afford for things to go down. Now, you might want to go, well, why don't I just sell at the top and then buy when it goes down? Because you don't know what the top is and you don't know what the bottom is. If your long-term strategy is, if you've got a long-term strategy, like, at least 5 years, 10 years, 20 years and beyond, then what you could do is what I'm doing. I am only looking for a pop for macro conditions which exaggerates my gains to take a trim. Like, I'll give you an example. A couple of nights ago, we had the judges. The judges came out and said Trump's tariffs are all thrown out. It's all rubbish. Well, obviously, there's always going to be appeals, and we all thought, bloody hell, what's going on here? The market popped up. Many of you said that wasn't much of a rally. It was. If you look at the Mag 7, it was all about 4 or 5 top stocks, the quality stocks, all went up like 4 or 5%. Apple went 4%, Amazon, it was brilliant. And what I was trying to do, which I couldn't do, was overnight it happened. It wasn't during the main session. It wasn't the after hours. It was overnight. I was going to sell $40,000, and I was trying to do it. And I was talking about it on X Live. I was trying to sell $40,000 of my position in the S&P for tax lots, because I would have chosen the ones I bought at the top, knowing there would be some rebuttal to this. Trump would say, "Oh no, we're going to protest." There'd be some. It would go back down again. It wouldn't just stay up there. He wouldn't just quietly go away and accept it. It would bound to come back down again. So that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to sell. Unfortunately, I didn't. Because the tax lots, I've now discovered, don't work overnight. They work after hours during the day and the main session, overnight and pre-market, but they don't work overnight. So I would have been selling stocks from the bottom and taking profits. And I don't want to sell my stocks from the bottom. They're the ones that are exceptionally good value now. They're the ones that hold my portfolio up. They're the ones that protect my margin. I wanted the ones I bought right at the top, knowing then I could buy them back at a lower price. Let me just remove the notification. Unfortunately, that wasn't available to me, so I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. And as expected, the market went down. We had a further wobble today. I could have had a 6% swing. Unbelievable. Imagine 40 grand, 6% less would have been nice. Would have been very nice. I'd have been set up lovely. Unfortunately, that's not the case. That hasn't happened. So, but that's not the end of the world because I've got plenty of room. If the markets go down 20%, for me it'd be 40% because it would exaggerate with margin. That's okay. I've got a buffer. I can afford that. And by the 21st of June, 3 weeks from now, I'll get paid again and I'll be able to have some more money. So my buying power will be further increased. My margin will be even lower. So I'm in a position where I can do that. If you're not in a position to be able to do that, if you are sat on a margin call, or you're sat on the margin maintenance line and you've got some very volatile stocks and we do get a bad print, in other words, the Japanese government say, yep, Bank of Japan, yep, we're raising rates and we're selling bonds, vump, you'll wake up one morning and we're 20% down. That can easily happen because people get margin called instantly and sell instantly. And the moment they sell, there's no delay, there's no thinking about it. If it goes up, people will get margin called. Or if they assume it's coming, they'll sell quickly. So it's not a slow drip. It will happen the way it happened last time. I think it went down last time. Was it 4 or 5%? It was a very small unwind. This is much, much bigger. So we can predict a 20%. So we're not saying it's going to happen. Sensei doesn't know any more than I do. Nobody knows. Actually, I doubt if the Bank of Japan know until mid-June what they're going to do. They won't just know 2 weeks ahead. They'll have an idea, but they don't know. But on the day, they'll make that move, and it will happen or it won't. And if it does, you just need to be aware because we want to protect our money. And me and Sensei and Vaz, we all feel the same. We're here to help people. We don't want everyone waking up the day after the Bank of America, mid-June, make their statement, we're down 20%, and everyone goes, I lost all my money. Because right now, you can avoid that, right? We're not saying sell. We're not saying sit in cash and go, oh my God, what do I do? But we're saying, prepare. Do you have a 20, 30% buffer? Can you absorb it? And if it does, can you then buy that dip? Because remember, 20 or 30% sounds a lot, but over your lifetime strategy of investing, it's actually nothing. If you just zoom out, it's nothing. It's already happened this year with Trump doing his tariffs. So, it's not the biggest problem in the world, but it is if you've just bought the top and now you're down 20%. Because then if it does happen, the stock market in the US is the spoiler to all of this, could go sideways for years. It's happened before. If we end up in a situation where people mistrust what's going on, fall out of love with the American economy, start buying somewhere else, start buying more Bitcoin, all these other things, and then stocks just go sideways for a while, and it could be several years, and your money's locked up, going nowhere. And then, of course, you get bored and fed up, so you sell, then you buy something else, and guess what? The moment you do that, voomph, it starts going up again, and now you think, oh my God, I missed it again. And people say this all the time. So it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal if you're not prepared. So it's an opportunity. I said to Sensei last night, actually, I was quite glad that I was unable to sell because I have a way of looking at this. You may or may not agree. I prefer the stocks going down than going up. You go, what? Who the hell wants that? If stocks go down, I get to work and I buy more. Because right now I don't need my stocks to profit. I need more stocks. If I can get millions and millions of shares of the S&P 500, imagine, I could be a multi-billionaire if they just move 0.5%. If I had millions and millions of shares, right? So isn't the aim to acquire more stock, not make profit? That is the aim. Earn money, you're the engine, earn money, invest it, and get as many shares as you can. Because then the smallest amount will make you rich. Not How much profit can I get? How many stocks can I get? Should be the question. So if the markets go up, nothing happens. I don't do anything. There's not much to do. It's not changing anything. I haven't got any more shares. I haven't gained anything. I just sit and watch. Whereas when they go down, I acquire more. Going down is good for me. Not going down when I want to retire tomorrow. That's rubbish. But going down now is good. Going down gives me opportunity to do something positive. So what would I rather? See my stocks go down while I'm in it and lose money? Not technically, it's just gone down in value. Or would I rather be out to protect myself and it go up without me in it? Don't want that. I don't mind having all the shares in the world and they all go down, as Warren Buffett says. When Coca-Cola goes down, he just buys more, right? Because if you sell everything, panic and fear, and then it goes up, that feeling's way worse. Because you've been doing it for 4 years. For me, I've been sitting here for 4 flipping years, and I finally get a chance to make some money, and I sold out because of fear. I didn't sell out because of fear. I sold out because of lack of knowledge, of not knowing how it works. So I sold out, and now I'm sat on the outside watching it go up, and there's nothing I can do. Now, if I'm a flipping idiot and I get FOMO, what do? I start buying on the way up, I lose again. I lost on the way down, I lost on the way up, I'm losing again. And then it goes down, and I lose again, 3 times in a row. And then you start going, the stock market hates a little man like me. They're always out to get me. No, they're not. They don't know you exist. You did it to yourself out of lack of preparation and knowledge. That's what we do. That's what our job is, to help you. We take on that role of trying to help you make wise decisions. So Sensei doesn't know it's going to happen. He doesn't know it's not going to happen. And neither do I. And neither does anybody in Japan. But you need to know, if this happens, what am I going to do? Be proactive, not reactive. But sometimes you have to react, but be proactive. I'm already ready for any situation. If it goes up, fantastic. I go to all-time highs, marvelous. If it goes down, I buy more. Both scenarios work out fine. In fact, like I said before, if it goes down, that's actually better for me, because if we do go down and we do go sideways for 5 years, tremendous, because I can just keep buying the same price for the next 5 years, all the money I earn for 5 years, and then when everything recorrects, because it always does, then I've got millions of shares waiting to go up, and then voomf, the last 5-10 years before I retire, boom, 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 I'm making all that money. That's what I mean when I say you always need to be in and ready. What's your thoughts of that, Sensei? Oh, we lost.
Sorry. Hello. Can you see? Oh.
Yep, you're back. You're back. Yep, that's good.
No, I couldn't have said it any better myself. We're giving you the tools to understand what's going on, because if you don't understand what's going on, you're going to FOMO, you're going to panic sell. So there's the report for you to understand what this carry trade is in case it happens ahead of time, 2 weeks ahead of time, before everyone else starts covering it and starts shaking the market. So that's the knowledge. So you understand what a carry trade is. So you understand the implications. So you understand what's happened before. And then also, we're going to tell you what's going on with our situations and why. And every single person in the chat who's watching now, you need to ask yourself, are you ready for the markets to go down 15, 20, 25%? Are you ready for the markets to go to all-time highs? Are you ready for the markets to go down and sideways for 5 years? Are you ready? You need to be ready for every situation, and you need to be happy about every situation. If you're not, then you're not prepared. And if you're not prepared, you're going to make bad decisions. So we're going to give you the tools to understand what's going on so you don't FOMO and you don't panic sell. We're going to tell you our situation, but we unfortunately don't know every single one of your situations. And that's where you come in, and that's where you guys need to sit down and plan for every situation. Know what happens if it goes down. Is my leverage going to be okay? Am I going to have my emotions in check? Do I need the money tomorrow? Am I retiring in 3 or 4 years? Different situations for the person who's 20 years old or 30 years old, who can afford to take on the risk. Every person's situation is different, but every person needs to know, will they be okay if the markets go up tomorrow and make all-time highs? Would they be okay if the market's correct and go sideways? Would they be okay if the markets go just sideways? And if you're happy in each one of those situations, you will be profitable and you will come out on top. And we are going to help you get to that stage by giving you all the information and doing our best part in it. But you also come in and you also need to get prepared yourself for your own situation.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. So you just got a lovely comment from MSK, who just did a $10 super chat. Very nice indeed. Let me just play it because it's such a lovely super chat. It deserves to be played. I wasn't showing it on the screen, of course, because we got a guest on the screen, and I don't want it to show, but over his face. But I will actually do it now. Here we go. Recent events. Let me just play this. This is a very nice comment. I appreciate it. I'm sure Sensei will appreciate it too. So let me replay it now. Here we go.
MSK donated £10 through a super chat. Sensei, the points you made earlier today around BTC and XRP were spot on. A barrage of facts and wisdom put concisely and eloquently. I reckon it's safe to say you are an expert, bro, lol.
There we go. Very nice. Oh, it's still on the screen. After all that, I ended up doing it anyway. Oh my God. Now I got that. Sorry about that. I tried my best. All right. So yeah, thank you so much, MSK.
Thank you, MSK.
Yeah, absolutely right. Tremendous. So there you go. So you're ready now. You're ready for what's to come. You've got a weekend now to get prepared. You've got a weekend, the first weekend you've ever had to read the newsletter and decide. Many of you are on the 7-day free trial. Decide whether you want to continue or cancel. I would expect everybody to want it for the price that we're charging. But let's see what happens. So as we wrap up today's show, because we only have a few minutes, because I've got a lot of work to do to get set for our ZEBIC event tonight. This is the event. After hours tonight, we're going over to the music channel, the event channel. As you can see, it's very busy in the chat already. Look, people are lining up. It's going to be a big night. We want to bring ZEBIC to the world. There are already 20 likes, people waiting. This is the event. It's in the chat. We're going to go live. This live show is going to take you directly to it. There it is in the chat. So when we finish, it'll take you directly to it, and it'll enable you to join in for our concert. We'll have a beer. We're going to celebrate, have a bit of fun, and bring ZEBIC to the world and see how many people would like to share in this. You can call on. Be on the show, on the stage with me. You can be involved, join me and have a beer with the lads and the ladies and have a lot of fun. That's coming up in a minute. So let me just wrap this up by making sure everybody's got everything they need for the weekend. There's my X. Make sure that you followed me on X. We've got lots of information today going on. Take part in the polls. You might want to share the ZEBIC event. You might want to do that. There's my Instagram. If you want the shop, martynlucasshop.com. We have a whole host of T-shirts and wonderful souvenirs that you can get now. This is our shop. I think you'll agree. It's great. We got mugs and T-shirts and glasses, and we pay the official logos. You can get fun T-shirts like this. You can regulate the exchange, but not the code. And we got all kinds of things, and they're all different colors, different sizes. It all explains it all to you. You can bundle things together. You can get free mugs if you put them all together. You can see I've got a free mug waiting for me here. Sensei's going, when are you going to order all that stuff for your birthday? When are you going to get your free mug? When are you going to get? I just haven't got time. It's crazy, isn't it? I need my own personal shopper to just go on there and go, there you go, I've ordered it. Now you can just wear it. I mean, I'll be sitting here wearing it, wouldn't I? Anyway, so there's all that. Also, you might like to become a member of the channel. There is the link in the chat. If you are on an iOS device, select a browser and desktop version. The Discord link, I've given you that, the training. There'll be a new one in a couple of days' time. Part 2, Series 1, Part 2. And remember, it is first come, first serve. Once it gets too busy, I'll stop it. Now remember, all these links are below in the description of the video as well. They're not just here in the chat and go, oh my God, what happens now? And once it gets there, once it gets fully busy, that I can't deal with it anymore, then we'll stop taking new members. Let's have a look. 188 is what it was about 15 minutes ago. It might still be 188. Let's have a look. 108, yep, still 188. There we go. So if you want to do that, that's how you do it. I think I've given everybody that. Oh, of course, the newsletter. Make sure that you've got this for the weekend. Perfect time. You've got a 7-day free trial. So over the weekend, you can go through all our reports. That's right, isn't it, Sensei? If they click on that with a 7-day free trial, they can see all the reports, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Let me show you this. Yeah. If you click on the actual report itself of where we were today, this is Sensei's insights for the carry trade. If you click on the top like this, the title, it gives you all of the ones in the series. Look at this. See all. Look at it. Loads of it. And you can actually put a look. You can actually go back and you can, if I like them all, I want to like them all. I want to like them all. You can do comments. Because all of this is on a website which we rank for now. Sensei's financial reports are actually ranking on a financial section of the website, which is really cool. I'm going to make sure I've liked all of these because I want Sensei to rank #1 in the world. Let me go to the top. I haven't missed any, have I? Make sure I've got every single one. Yeah, I've got every single one. There you go. Yeah, liked everyone. You can leave comments, you can poll, you can do all sorts. But you might like to go through all the different reports. NVIDIA, we were right on NVIDIA. XRP, we were right there. Space sector, Rocket Lab, Intuitive Machines. All of these things you can go over and have a look. Sensei, perhaps as we've got just a couple of minutes before we wrap up, tell people how you do all this, because you're now full-time on the show. So you do the breakfast show, you're doing the reports, the shop. But tell me how you put together these reports for our audience. I'm sure they'd be interested to know.
Yeah, so thankfully I've managed to quit my job. I've come onto the show full time, doing these morning shows, and I want to bring to the best quality of. Oh, we've got a fly
yeah, you
from
got
the
a bug
camera.
again. You got the window open, didn't you? I saw that one this time. I actually saw it. Brilliant. I love it.
So I want to bring the best information to everyone. And unfortunately, there's so many different news channels now that are reporting the news very well, or they're not doing it in a way that's friendly for everyone, and it's not tailored to our community. And we know what our community wants from the news. We know how they want it structured, and I know the best way of putting it together. So to accompany my morning shows, we've got the morning insights. So whether you can watch it, it's a different time zone or whatever it is, mainly for the show notes, so you can follow along during the day, or you can refer back to it. Every single morning, I spend about I think it's about 2 hours now. Initially, it was 3 hours, but I'm getting better at it. It's about 2 hours in the morning for those insights, which look, it's a very short newsletter in the morning, to get all the news compiled. So I go to all my sources: Bloomberg, Financial Times, Reuters, Washington Post. I've basically subscribed for every single one of them. I don't just go and copy and paste and plagiarize them. I go and see what all the news is by subscribe. I like spending about $600 a month for all these subscriptions to Bloomberg Terminal, everything, to see what is the news, what is worth bringing to you guys. I then write down the main points of each news story, and then you get the 5 main news stories. You get a deeper dive into one of the stories. I'm basically putting all together, all the notes, everything I have, obviously using technology at the same time. Yes, there is an element of AI used to it, but about an hour and a half goes in beforehand. Then I go to AI to compile it. Is there anything extra? Is there anything I'm missing? Can you spell check? Can you make it look good? And then once that's done, then I go through it again, check it, make sure the sources are there, all of that sort of stuff, and then bring it to you. So then you've got the morning insights every single trading day to go along with my morning show, to go along for the rest of the day. You've got the chart of the day. So then I go towards the chart, and then I look at what's the most important chart for the day. I then go and do the technical analysis, give it to you exactly, support, resistance, all those levels. And then throughout the week, when more important news stories come out, when the community is looking for deeper research, we look into ZBCN, look into the fundamentals. It reminded me of XRP. So we did that whole 3 to 4 to 5 hour research newsletter on that. So those are the longer ones. Again, with this carry trade, is something that I want to bring to everyone, something that Martyn's been talking about, and we want to give you the opportunity to understand it. So again, between the morning show and tonight, I've been spending 4 hours on this one specifically to bring you the best news sources, to bring it in the best way, 2 charts at the bottom. So you get these deeper research pieces as well. And then now we've got Vaz as well, who's going to be writing a few things for his Evtolds. So it's a lot of time, a lot of effort to bring to the members, to the viewers, the subscribers, to benefit everyone. And I think it works out to about 23 pence a day. And if I could get all of this information for 23 pence a day when I didn't have my own newsletter out, I would actually pay like $10 a day, because of the amount of information you get. So it works out to about 23p a day. I don't know, £2 or £3, £2 a week. So if you just don't have an extra coffee or two coffees a month, you can get access to, I would say, one of the best news sources. And yeah, go do your own research, in fact, do other things as well at the same time. But this will really help elevate understanding the markets, knowing what everything's going on. So that's how I do it. And that's what's included in that newsletter.
Thank you, Sensei. Well, we look forward to the next one. I look forward to reading it myself over the weekend and reading the comments from everybody and seeing what they like and what they would like to see more of in the coming upcoming editions. But that's it from us this afternoon. There is a link at the top of the chat, pinned to the top. It'll automatically take you there as well through to the Zebic event. I'll be live. It says 25 minutes. Bloody hell, I've got loads to do before then. So this is the event where we're going to go in a minute. Should be a good night. I'm expecting a record-breaking night. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm going to get set. Come and join me for that. Tomorrow, after tonight's show, the event will take you directly to Vaz's show in the morning, the Saturday morning show. Straight after this event tonight, it will take you through to Vaz's show in the morning. Vaz now does a Saturday morning show. We're really excited about it. It's great. He's growing every week. And then Vaz's show will take you to Sensei's show on Sunday as we get ready for the Sunday show, bringing us into the open. And then, of course, Sensei will be back again, back-to-back shows. He does the evening and then the early breakfast show, and then I'll be back with the regular opening bell show in the morning. And we're looking forward to next week, as we're looking forward to all the time to everything that we do here. So that's it from me. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Another great week. I've got the beer ready. I'm looking forward to having a nice evening with music and everybody as we bring the party once again into the pub. Sensei, final thoughts from you for the weekend?
For the weekend, everyone relax, read the newsletter, just chill out, understand your positions, and get to a point where you can be happy with any scenario. So I wish everyone has a great weekend, and I look forward to the music show later today. So see everyone there.
Love to your family. Until next time, Sensei, take care of yourselves
and each other.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you later.